Fuzzy skin. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the SoDo district of Seattle. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. Well, this defense for the Giants, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now Herbert off the bootleg. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The Seahawks at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
He hits his target, Lockett, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down. Throwing, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. 7 yards there and a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete here to Waller. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And some room to roam now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 31 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field. And they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now Jones. He'll find his man, Simi Fehoko. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
23 yards the pickup there. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and goal. Jones, and that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Herbert. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now it's Herbert. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert off of play action. This pass finds McCaffrey going across the middle. He's got room at the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Again, Herbert. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. From the 22, Herbert. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week, and hits pay dirt for a 3rd time here.
And with good health, he's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdowns scored when this season comes to an end. Quick question, partner. Is it bad luck to toast him with a sports drink?
Not at all, partner. I think that's a fantastic idea. Cheers. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's Jones on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught at the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw again. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll go option on second down, right side. And Jones will hit the deck here. And he is able to pick up the first down. Back to throw. Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley from 3 yards out. And the Giants are an extra point away from evening this one up. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Justin Herbert looking to pass. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Pittsburgh on first down now. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On first down, it's Herbert. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Herbert back to the air. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. On second down, it's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
They'll try and run. Walker, boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you, but the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their foot? Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to checking down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
The stretch to right there turned it into a really nice game. Wide open receiver complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the play.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Here's Walker, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Out of the gun, Herbert. Touchdown! Noah Fant from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Walker now at 1st and 10. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 7, Herbert. And Walker with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
To throw again on second down. Herbert going right back to Fant. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Noah Fant, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as they have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are, but what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Throwing Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
This is the tight end Fant. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. That last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over. How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
On fourth down, Herbert. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now Jones. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 25 yards that time.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.
Simi Fehoko.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point try good by Gano. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Walker. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Open bonus Eskridge. That's complete. He's got room at the 30. Down the left sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. D. Eskridge, 56 yards. And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that, and Charles is deep. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
On the counter, it's Walker. Oh, he bowls over it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Back to Walker on 1st down. And he is out of bounds here. 73 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And Walker once more. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but
the self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They're going to pass here with Herbert. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
The partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Seahawks, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.